Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifana Arisha binti Syafi'i and my registration number is 03DDT19F1109.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Safia Adira binti Syahimi. My registration number is 03DDT19F107.
First of all, let me explain about define data structure. In computer science, a data structure is a data organization, management, and storage format that enables efficient access and modification. More precisely, a data structure is a collection of data values, the relationships among them, and the function of or operation that can be applied to the data. For example of data structure, have 5, which is array, stack, queue, tree, and linked list. For array is a collection of data elements in which all elements are of the same data type, hence homogeneous data. Array is a static data structure. An array cannot grow or shrink during program execution. It's a fixed size. For the stack, formally we know the stack which is LIFO. It's mean last in first out. The last item to be insert into stack will be the first item to be removed from stack. Yang terakhir masuk terakhir itulah yang keluar dulu. Itulah. Okay, a stack has one open and call top of the stack, which is used for push and pop operation. Next for queue. Okay, queue formerly known as FIFO. It's mean first in first out, which is siapa yang masuk dulu dia yang keluar dulu. Okay, queue is linear data structure used to represent a linear list. It's allow insertion of an element to be done at one end and deletion of an element to be performed at the other end. Okay, for tree have a root which is not at the top of the tree is called root. There is only one root per tree and one path from the root node to any mod tree do not have a parent. And then tree also have a parent. Parent is a node that has single or multiple subtrees. And then tree also have a child. Child is a node can have one or more node. And then tree also have a leaf. Leaf is a node that is in the end of a tree. And then sibling is two or more node that have a same parent. Okay, for we know the head in the tree data structure, the total number of edges from leaf node to a particular node is in the longest path is called as head of the node in a tree. Head of the root node is said to be head of the tree. A tree head of all leaf nodes is 0. Okay, for deep in a tree, the total number of edges from root node to a leaf node in the longest path is said in the depth of the tree. For linked list, what is a linked list? A linked list is a collection of nodes, each node holding some information and pointer to another node in the list. We have 6 types of data structure, which is linear, non-linear, primitive, non-primitive, static, and dynamic. Linear data structure from sequence. Non-linear structure are multi-level and non-sequential. For primitive data type is one that fits the base architecture of underlying computer. Primitive data are only single values, do not have special capabilities. Okay, for non-primitive, the non-primitive data types are used to store the group of values. Non-primitive data types are not defined by the programming language, but are instead created by the programmer. Okay, for the static and dynamic data structure whose size is fixed when it is created in memory. Data structure which will extend and change its size to fit the data. Why do we need data structure? We need data structure for the efficient managing, storing, organizing and using large and portionally increasing amounts of information. This is easy to establish even with a simple data structure such as the array. If you have to keep track of non-trivial amounts of records, for example, then every modification which requires a change in the values of each member of the record will necessitate costly in terms of time, especially change. Without data structure, all those records will have to take the form of separate variables. Let me explain about the technique. The technique of first paragraph we do is the linked list. Because the link reduce the access is correspond to the situation. Zulaikha for use the technique. Okay, for the second paragraph, which is we use the technique 3 because Mrs. Raisha is a parent of Raikal and Raisha, and then Zayat is the father to Haris and Hanem. For the third paragraph, which is we use an array because an element in the array is called index. So, like as well as in random order, like the first locations, Zulaikha and brother go to popular bookstore, and they go to shoe shop with use an array suitable with that situation. For the last paragraph, which is 4. We use the technique linear because the data can be utilized in an efficient manner. For example, Zayat get turn number 2020, but turnout is 2015, so Zayat wait until then 5 people before him to be served first.
Okey, untuk perenggan yang pertama adalah linked list. Kami memilih linked list sebab bila baca balik perenggan tu macam terlintas lah nak buat guna linked list sebab dia rasa macam senang sikit. Senang untuk kita create dia NQ-DQ sebab ini berkaitan dengan sibling dia. Contoh macam sekarang kita create Q, so kita letak head and tail je. Okay. Untuk second step is kita NQ Zulaikha sebab Zulaikha first person. Sekarang ni apa yang saya faham dalam setelah sini, Zulaikha first tapi dia anak kedua. So sekarang ni kita NQ kan Zulaikha. So NQ Zulaikha. Lepas tu second dia kata Zulaikha has a big brother named Zayat. So kita NQ kan abangnya adalah Zayat. So head Zulaikha Zayat. Okay. Seterusnya adalah kita delete Zulaikha. Kita DQ Zulaikha sebab dalam paragraf ni kata dia anak kedua. She is the second child in the family. So bila family, so abang Zayat tu anak yang pertama. So Zulaikha ni anak yang kedua. So kita delete Zulaikha. Kita kena delete Zulaikha. So kita akan tinggal Zayat saja dalam ni. Okey, seterusnya adalah NQ Zulaikha balik. Kita NQ Zulaikha. So sebab dia anak second child. Bila second child, so Zayat, first Zayat, lepas tu Zulaikha balik. Lepas tu dalam seterusnya kita NQ Zafran. Sebab NQ Zafran sebab Zafran ni adalah adik. Okey, dia adik yang paling kecil. So kita NQ Zafran. So Zayat, Zulaikha, Zafran. Okey, seterusnya adalah kita akan NQ Zareh sebab Zareh merupakan anak antara adik-beradik lagi. Maksudnya adakah ada 4 adik-beradik. So Zareh ni adalah Zulaikha sister. Zareh is Zulaikha sister. So kita akan tambahkan Zareh. Lepas tu seterusnya adalah kita DQ Zafran. Kita DQ Zafran, so kita aja tinggal Zayat, Zulaikha, Zareh. Sebab apa? Zafran ni adalah duduk dalam kotak yang ketiga. So dalam kotak ketiga daripada 4 tu, sebenarnya Zafran tu adalah anak yang keempat, anak yang paling kecil. So kita akan delete Zafran sebab dia anak yang terakhir. So kita akan NQ balik Zafran sebab dia anak yang last. So sekarang ni adalah Zayat, Zulaika, Zareh dan Zafran. So sekarang ni dia dah ikut turutan adik-beradik. So okay, untuk paragraf tu ialah berkaitan dengan tajuk Tri. So bila Tri ada dua orang iaitu Puan Raisya dengan Zayat. Zayat ni adalah anak kepada Puan Raisya. Dan Puan Raisya ni ada lagi sibling iaitu bernama iaitu Raika dan Raisya. Dan Zayat ni anak kepada Puan Raisya ni ada dua orang anak iaitu nama Haris dan Hani. Okey, seterusnya adalah array. Array sebab situasi dia Zulaika pergi satu tempat ni iaitu popular bookstore. So dia pergi shopping. Lepas tu dia nak pergi ada dua kedai. Ada dua kedai dia nak pergi. Tapi dia pergi popular bookstore dulu. Selepas itu baru dia pergi Bata Show Shop. Sebab dia okey, untuk perenggan yang terakhir ialah perenggan 4, kami memilih untuk buat linear. Sebab dalam situasi tu Zayat dia nak pergi beli minum, nak pergi beli ayam tea life. Okey, ayam tea life. Lepas tu dia masuk kios tu. Lepas tu dia beratur lah straight. Dia beratur, lepas tu dia ambil number. So number yang dia dapat tu adalah 20-20. Tetapi 20 dia dapat nombor 20-20. Tapi yang number yang servis yang sekarang tu 2015. So dia kena tunggu. So dalam situasi ni linear. So 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 baru 2020 iaitu dia lah. Selepas itu so dia tunggu sampai dia tunggu giliran sampai ke sampai dia punya turn. Okey, sampai situ. Okey,